Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3. Getting out to the 25. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And taken down just shy of the 40. The Buccaneers had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
On 3rd down, Hartley. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And in for the Buccaneers Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. How about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huggins. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 98 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Joe Tryon coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Huggins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry for Rachaad White. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
On 1st down, Hartley. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL-caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big time for him right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that target.
And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Smith, the man in motion left. To throw on 3rd down. Huggins airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have regained the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 17-14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter?
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that Tampa Bay. 61 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year as they have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Cowboys have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Hartley going up top for Miller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Scotty Miller, 76 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is knocked away and incomplete. But I think it was a free play. Let's check the call.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
He's been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They keep it with Fournette on first down.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, Fournette. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. In motion left goes Smith. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator, but my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A final shot before break. Huggins, sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake. Hartley looking downfield for Godwin.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st and 10, Huggins. And his throw here's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off play action. Huggins. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And some space here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hartley. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. He's got a man. Complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through, and the lead is up to 8. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his target. It's Matthews. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted.
Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Bucs are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received the gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw on second down. Hartley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On third down, Hartley. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
Fields it right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
14 yards there, the Buccaneer first down. Off the play fake. Hartley. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Hartley. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL's record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Huggins. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Throwing on first down. Huggins. That is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play of this football game. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, Huggins. He'll get this to Elliott. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a give here to Pollard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off play action. Huggins. Open receiver here. Complete. It's Parker. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there.
with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Cowboys have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to perhaps salt this one away. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though.